Alrighty folks, so I've been working on this fender here and trying to get everything apart, and it's been about 4 hours today between these fenders and my truck here, trying to get it back together. And I think it's going to turn out pretty good. So it's cleaned up as good as I can possibly get it. I did go up there, straighten the bottom up, had a little crease in it. Still got a little bit more tweaking to do there, but it's a lot better than what it was. So figured give a little update, and you know, we getting there. It's going to clean up. I got to do a little rust repair in the front there, and of course got a little bit in the bottom. But I think this fender's going to look a lot better than what I thought it was. So threw a little primer on it, just playing around with it just to see what it was going to look like, and I think it's going to be fine. So it's hard to see the pits. It's getting dark on me. The sun's going down a little bit. It's a beautiful sunset. That's a beautiful sunset here. Tell you, God made a beautiful sunset, didn't he? But I've been working on this fender here. It's definitely going to have some pits in it, so you can see. But it's amazing. It's got a lot of them out, but you can still see some. So, and most of them are on the top, so it'll be all right. But we're just going to take and do our rust repairs, and I'm going to actually get some undercoat, and I'm going to undercoat up inside these fenders here. Of course, we got to do a rust repair, but when we get ready to single stage these, because I am going to single stage them back jet black, we're going to take it, before we do that, I'm going to get some undercoating, and, you know, we'll do our rust repairs and all that before, of course. But I want to undercoat up inside these fenders, and as well as the inner fenders as well. That way to protect them, and when everything's painted, you know, hopefully it won't rot back out, you know, to protect it for a while. So that's my plan next. So I spent about 4 hours on that fender there. It's crazy, just on the top. It's crazy altogether on that, and also went ahead, and this fender's going to turn out real good. Yeah, I am going to weld up this antenna hole. We're not using that. I'm going to weld that shut. I'm going to put dual antennas on this car. All my 50s cars are going to have dual antennas on the back. The Plymouth, this car obviously, and then the Etzel. I think they look cool. So, ta-da! So we got all the inner fenders off. I got all the junk hardware and everything off of it. And like I said, I got about 4 hours in this stuff trying to get all this stuff apart without messing anything up. So I tell you what, was it worth it? Yes, it was, because we got it apart without disturbing anything. And you know, I had maybe 3 or 4 bolts on the whole front end that probably unbolted it, and that's about it. But I even went as far as taking the splash apron and all that off, all the clips down there. Took all that off, and I might figure out something about that. I'll probably end up having to make a set for it later, but not too worried about it. But we got a rust repair to do back here. Got a quarter to make, and we got a little bit of rust repair to do right there. But other than that, it's not bad at all. Not bad. So I'm really tickled to death. We got them off, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So the only thing I got really left to do on this is get the spear and get the trim off of it, and I will do that here soon. I just wrapped up getting the inner fender and everything off of it, and getting all the junk hardware and all that stuff. But as you can see, I went all the way around all the edges of it. I mean, everything got, you know, every little broken clip and junk bolt that wasn't no good, and you know, I spent some time on it. So yes, I know I left the brackets on. I know I left that bracket on, and I left the bracket on that same bracket on this fender too. I know. So it bolts on. I did that on purpose. I was going to take it off, but I decided to leave it alone. I'm not going to worry about that. But yep, I went in here and got some serious time in it. I mean, all the way around, every bolt hole has been taken care of. So now all we got to do is get some clips and bolt it back together. So we got a little rust repair to do down there, so it's nothing too terrible. So ain't no big deal there. And I think we might maybe get a template, maybe off this one. But we got enough material there. This one's not terrible. between this lower fender and this one, I think we can make our repair. It's not too awful terrible. So we'll come up with something there. But anyway, and like I said, I'm gonna undercoat inside these inner fenders here. And that's an inner fenders. I'm gonna undercoat inside these fenders and the inner fenders as well. And then we'll paint, obviously, the exterior part of both fenders and the exterior part of the inner fenders themselves, so that way, you know, everything is nice. But I'm gonna get a gallon of jet black single stage, and once we get all our repairs done, rust repairs and all that stuff, and like I said, we're just building a rat rod. I'm not building a show car, but you know, I know this fender's gonna have a lot of pits in it, but it'll be all right. But anything will look better than what it did. And I think it'd be worth it in the end. So luckily you can actually buy the buckets, Belvedere 1958, and you sent me the link for them, and appreciate that, buddy. But yeah, you can actually buy the buckets. Now you can't buy the buckets where the headlight themselves go in, but you could buy the piece that goes behind the bucket. So that's pretty good. But I think our headlight buckets, the actual buckets I'm talking about, are the pieces that the headlights sit in. I think we got enough material there. I think we can make something work. So there's the bucket to it. So I think we can come up with something there. These are the lower fender extensions. So I got a little bit of rust repair to do there, but nothing too major. But I gotta finish getting the clips off this. Pop them 2 clips off. But the fenders are done. The inner fenders are done as far as getting all the junk hardware and everything that was broken and rusted. All that's done. Now it's just getting the spear off, get the trim off, do the rust repairs, get this one down to bare metal as well, and just shoot them, undercoat them, and shoot them, and hopefully they'll look nice. I hope they'll turn out nice. I want to paint it back. I want to paint this car back jet black. So we're not changing the color or anything. I like jet black. I think it'll look cool. So, alrighty. I don't want to keep rambling on here, but that fender, you know, I took rubbing compound, and I took rubbing compound to this whole car when I first got it back in 2021 there. And I've had this car since 2021, and tried to get it back in 2016, and I just really didn't have the money at the time. But people would fall over what I gave for this car. But the difference is, you know, I'm building the car for me, and I'm not selling it. I'm not trying to flip it. You know, I'm just building it for me. And then later on, if I have kids or whatever down the road, I can pass it down to them. You know, I'm not building this car to flip or anything like that. None of my stuff is for sale. You know, I got out of that business a long time ago. I don't sell stuff anymore, and it's a lot of reasons I won't go into why I don't sell anything anymore, but, you know, but I build this stuff for me. You know, I build it for me because I get enjoyment out of it, and, you know, eventually if I ever have kids or anything later down the line, I can pass this stuff down to them, and, you know, it's something fun to do, so. But, yep. But I figured I'd make a little update on that. So, anyway, that's what we got. So, we're getting there. Gonna fix that bottom of that fender there on the front, a little bit on the back. I think we'll work on this crease a little bit, and I think this fender, we're gonna call it good. And we'll put a couple coats of primer on it, see what it looks like, and undercoat the inside of it, and call it pretty good. I did start cleaning up the inside a little bit. Yeah, I can't really see nothing, but I started cleaning up a little bit, but I didn't go too crazy on it. So, I'm not worried about getting every little detail to bare metal on the inside there. You won't see that anyway. I just want to get all the dirt and rust and trash and everything off of it, so the undercoating will take really good. And I don't know, who knows, I might go back and take everything back down to bare metal. But this fender is actually pretty straight. Look how straight that is. Pretty straight. It's a shame. Fairly straight. So, alright, so I'll see y'all later. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, Max, we're going to get some snacks. Alright, buddy, you want to go get some snacks? Say bye to everybody. Alright, see y'all later. Bye.